What's going on, dirt riding people? Got the shed plugged in today because it's a big day. A little cramped in here, so please bless this mess. Finally decided to get a two-stroke. We've got here is a 2015 Husky TC250. A lot of stuff done to it. And I thought it was a TE, you know, based on all the enduro stuff that's all over it. But not really sure where Kyle was going with this one, but he did try hard. He tried really hard. Spent a lot of money on it, looks like. Anyways, that's going to be kind of a little twist we'll talk about here in a second. Anyways, first ride on it, it kicked over first start. Started up good, ran really strong, had a lot of torque. So when we got back after the test ride, I found out it's got a 300 kit on it. So hey, how about that? Got the full FMF system, recluse clutch. I don't know how I feel about having a recluse on the bike. It's kind of cheating to me. I think people are going to think I'm a noob or something. Anyways, so we got a lot of aftermarket stuff on here. I don't know where we were going. We got the Cycra handguards, a big old enduro tank, a full FMF exhaust system, you know, custom rims with the new Pirelli aggressive name tires on them. Yeah, that's super cool. Oh, this got the cool racing graphics on there. Yeah, got a Yoshimura sticker on a bike that's got a FMF pipe on it. Anyways, I'm sure DC shoes, yeah, motocrossers wear shoes, right? Anyways, so all that money spent, you're going to spend $1,000 on your exhaust, $1,000 on your clutch. You're going to put every little foldy lever you can think of on this thing, and anyhow, every little foldy lever you can think of on this thing, and then you're going to forget a skid plate and disc guards. What I gathered after talking to the guy, he was more of a I want to ride on the track, because of course with these new rims, that's a 19, so I have to replace that sooner or later. Speaking of the new rims, wheel bearings are shot front and rear. He was supposed to put new wheel bearings in there when I had him change those rims. Yeah, chains pretty much shot, but I think we've got a good base to work with here. It's a strong running bike, got tons of power, really nice. So let's see if this thing actually kicks over after sitting in the shed all night. Okay, so when you remember to turn the choke on, it does start pretty good. And speaking of which, let's turn that gas off. Good job, Kyle. You managed to put the petcock on backwards. Now, first thing, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing cleaned up. Probably go ahead and take these custom graphics off, because I'm not really that big of a fan of stickers, and I am not Duncan, nor am I number 12. Probably more like number 999. Might put that on there. Anyways, gonna get her cleaned up, and don't worry, my friend, I'll take care of you now. All will be well. Well, that's about right. It's still greasy. Whew, safe. Okay, so next up, we're going to go ahead and hit this with some contact cleaner. Now we just got to finish off with some Rocky Mountain ATV Airbox treatment cleaner, and we'll be good to go. Yep, what is oil change? The more I look at these blue parts, the more it just reminds me of like some kind of post off Plebeian AR. It's like, please do not do that. Man, be careful with this thing. I don't know how I found it, but thank God. Now we're going to go back with a little primary drive sprocket here. Oh yeah. Hello, my name is Kyle, and I don't know how to take my rear wheel off. Piled up garbage. Very nice. Okay, let's get to figuring this whole deal out. I like these mooses. They respond better to more aggressive techniques. Found out what that grinding sound was. Good thing we got stuff to solve that with a plain rotor. Alright, now if anybody needs rotor 2-piece front Husqvarna 2-piece lightweight ultra performance wish.com special, you can go down to the dump and check that out. Oh wow. Alright, so phase 1 is complete. I'm getting this thing woods ready. And sorry about the starlings. Have to get out that nice little subsonic 22. Take care of them in a minute. But anyways, what we got so far, still rocking with that DNA racing rim on here. Didn't have another one of the Tusks in stock with the white hub. So we can go ahead and finish waging our war against the blue parts. That's the next phase. But anyways, so got the Tusk rotor on. Everything's looking good. The tire's in good shape. Fork seals look good. Got the Armadillo pipe guard on there. Should be okay for average guy like me. Got the Acerbis plastic bash plate. Looking pretty good. Sure, that'll be just fine. I set the power valve where I want it for a little more low end torque. And I went ahead and put on the Tusk brake levers because they were the low priced economical option. And I gotta say, with those adjustable levers that you can get off Amazon and wish.com that were on here, I had those same things on my WR450, and they would really go all the way down to your fingers without any resistance before the brakes started to grab. So as soon as I changed these out to some plain Jane brake levers, they started feeling right again. So did that both sides. The clutch lever on there. Talk to Recluse, I've got the conversion to a manual clutch. I'm going to be going with their core manual setup. So that's supposed to come in as soon as I can get me a pressure plate. Still got these awful blue parts here. They'll work good for now. I do need to do something with those back brakes because they catch, but they're a little squishy. Tried to bleed them the other day, they wouldn't bleed, so gotta get the syringe out. I got the sag and forks and rear shocks set up where I want it, so that's working pretty good. I put a small battery on it and don't have a rectifier yet, so the Tusk fan kit is running straight off the battery, so we'll ask a dumb question and see how long that lasts on just battery power. And this thing really blows. I'd really recommend this kit over a DIY fan setup that I had on that WR. Got the Tusk hour meter on here. You can see this is a fresh bike, got 0 hours on it. Anyways, take you around. Oh, before we go over there though, I do need to get a new rear rotor. This one's gouged up pretty good. Went ahead and put some new pads on it. And got the rear disc guard on there. You can see we got our nice non-blue anodized part tusk rim on there with the Shinko 505 and the Nitro Moose plushie. Sorry. This, probably need to replace this tip right here. That'll be one of the next things to do. Went with a whole primary drive setup where the O-ring chain, a 13 front and a 51 rear. Seems to give it a good little bit of torque. So all right, everything looking real good so far. So now time to get it out, fire it up, see how she does.